Have you ever wondered why some countries use 220 volts electricity while others use 110 volts? It's a question that sparks curiosity, doesn't it? This variance in voltage across the globe is no fluke, nor is it a simple matter of preference. Rather, it's a fascinating interplay of historical, technical, and economic factors that have shaped the electrical landscape we see today. Historically, certain decisions made during the infancy of electrical infrastructure have left a lasting imprint. Technically, the choice of voltage has profound implications on how electrical systems are designed and operated. Economically, the variance in voltage can affect everything from the cost of appliances to the efficiency of power transmission. The world of electricity is far more complex and intriguing than one might initially think. So, as we switch on the light of knowledge, let us delve deeper into this electrifying mystery. It all started during the pioneering days of electricity. When electricity was a newly discovered phenomenon, the world was a playground of possibilities, and two key players entered the field, shaping how we use electricity today. On one side of the Atlantic, we had the American inventor Thomas Edison, the champion of direct current or DC. He was a firm believer in the safety and efficiency of lower voltages. In fact, he advocated for 110 volts as the standard for electrical systems in the United States. His influence was so profound that even today the US and some other countries still use this voltage for their domestic power supply. Now, let's hop across the pond to Europe. Here we find the Serbian-American inventor, Nikola Tesla, a man of alternating current, or AC. Tesla believed in the power of higher voltages. He argued that they were more efficient for long-distance electricity transmission. His advocacy for higher voltages won over many European countries, leading to the adoption of 220 volts as their standard. However, it wasn't just a matter of personal preferences. There were practical reasons behind these choices as well. Edison's 110 volts was indeed safer for domestic use and reduced the risk of electric shocks. On the other hand, Tesla's higher voltage was more efficient for long-distance transmission, reducing energy loss and making it more cost-effective. But it's not all black and white. Over time, countries have adjusted their standards based on their unique needs, resources, and technological advancements. Some have even chosen a middle ground, adopting a 220-110 volt system. As we can see, historical events played a significant role in the voltage standards we have today. But remember, whether it's 110 volts or 220 volts, the spark of innovation that ignited the world of electricity came from the same source: the brilliant minds of inventors like Edison and Tesla. From a technical standpoint, the difference in voltage also has its reasons. Let's simplify and dig into this a bit. Electricity, in its journey from the power station to our homes, travels a long distance. This transit journey is not without its losses. Energy dissipates in the form of heat. Now, here's the interesting bit. The higher the voltage, the lower the energy loss during this transmission. Essentially, higher voltage allows more efficient long-distance transmission of electricity. That's why countries like the UK or Germany typically use 220 volts, reducing the energy loss during transmission. But there's another side to this coin. While higher voltage can be more efficient for long-distance transmission, lower voltage is generally safer for domestic use. Why, you ask? Well, the risk of electrocution increases with voltage. Therefore, countries like the US and Canada opted for 110 volts, prioritizing the safety of their citizens over transmission efficiency. It's a delicate balancing act between efficiency and safety. Higher voltages can carry more power over greater distances, reducing the need for power stations and thus potentially lowering costs. On the other hand, lower voltages reduce the risk of electrical accidents at home, prioritizing safety over efficiency. Each system has its pros and cons, and the choice between them depends on a variety of factors, including the geographical size of the country, the density of its population, and the historical evolution of its electrical infrastructure. In conclusion, the technical aspects of electricity transmission play a significant role in determining the voltage used in different countries. It's a complex interplay of efficiency, safety, and practical considerations that ultimately determine whether a country uses 110 volts or 220 volts. Thus, the technical aspects of electricity transmission also contribute to the voltage variance. Money matters, and the world of electricity is no exception. When we delve into the economic reasons behind why some countries use 220 volts and others use 110 volts, we find that it all boils down to the costs of change and the benefits of maintaining the status quo. So, let's take a moment to imagine a world where every country decides to switch to a universal voltage standard. Sounds convenient, right? But here's the catch. Such a change would require a complete overhaul of the electrical infrastructure. Think about it. Every single wire, transformer, and power socket would need to be replaced or retrofitted. The costs for such an endeavor would be astronomical, running into billions if not trillions of dollars globally. Now let's consider the appliances. Every electrical appliance in use would either need to be replaced or adapted to the new standard. This would not only be a massive expense for consumers, but it would also result in a mountain of electrical waste, posing a significant environmental challenge. But what about the benefits of maintaining different voltage standards? Well, there's a saying that goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The current system, though seemingly complicated, works. It has been adapted to over the years, and economies have been built around it. The costs of maintaining this system are known and manageable. It's a classic case of better the devil you know than the devil you don't. Moreover, having different voltage standards allows for a degree of economic competition. It creates a market for travel adapters and voltage converters, contributing to job creation and economic growth in those sectors. So, while the idea of a universal voltage standard might seem appealing, the economic reality is far more complex. It's a delicate balance between the costs and benefits, the known and the unknown. Economic considerations, therefore, play a crucial role in the voltage a country chooses. So, to sum up the electrifying differences, it's all about the historical, technical, and economic reasons that have led to the variance in voltage usage across countries. Historically, the choice between 110 volts or 220 volts was influenced by the pioneering electrical systems of the time. Technically speaking, while 220 volts can deliver the same amount of power as 110 volts, it does so more efficiently. Economically, countries that adopted one voltage system earlier may find it cost prohibitive to switch to another now. This is due to the massive infrastructural changes that would be required. It's a fascinating glimpse into how the past influences our present, and how decisions made long ago can set the stage for the world as we know it today. So the next time you travel and your plug doesn't fit, remember, it's not just about the shape of the socket, but the history and technology behind it. These are the reasons why your plug may not fit everywhere in the world. Now that you're charged up with knowledge, it's time to put it to good use. You see, electricity is a fascinating subject, and it's all around us. But it's not just about the volts and the watts. It's about understanding how it all connects, how it shapes our world. If you found this video helpful, if it sparked your interest, then why not share it? Spread the light, so to speak. There's a whole world out there waiting to be illuminated by the power of understanding. And while you're at it, why not subscribe to our channel? We have a whole array of enlightening content just waiting to be discovered. From the history of electricity to the future of renewable energy, we've got it all. And don't forget to hit that like button. It helps us know what kind of content you enjoy and want more of. Stay tuned for more enlightening content, and remember, knowledge is power, electric power.